When I tell somebody that I own a record store, sometimes they'll say, do people actually like records? Like, do records sell? Like, are they making those anymore? And I just kind of have to show them my entire wall of records that has half of them are new from the last 10 years. I'm Phil, and I'm the owner of SolSta Records in St. Louis Park, Minnesota. We got into selling records because we wanted to create a store that was for everybody. My wife and I would go to stores and she would never really feel fully comfortable, so we decided that we were going to create something that everybody could feel like they could come and buy what they wanted. A big part of what we do is definitely trying to be inclusive with people. It's trying to make sure that, the hipsters that are really into, like Bon Iver or whatever, they're included, but also people that like the Eagles or like Boston, those type of people, they're part of the clique too. Like, it's not just for the cool kids. So we've been taking online orders through SolStaRecords.com since 2018. We decided that, a great way to make sure the business can grow is to not only, serve the local community, but also serve people, all over the world. So we made sure that we built a system that allows people to buy our used and new records, and you can buy it from anywhere in the world.
The way Phil operates his store is very different than other record stores I've been in. He's just very personable and engaging, and he has lots of great suggestions. So I think he makes a lot of people feel more comfortable at a record store than maybe you otherwise would be. And maybe someone's more stuffy or kind of not so engaging.
I love this store. Whenever I feel like I need to show my friends I'm cool, I bring them here and take them around and have them meet Hannah and Phil. And I love coming in here because Hannah and Phil have such a great passion for music, but they also have a great passion for their customers and for the people here. So I always, whenever I need advice or I need a new Taylor Swift record, I can come in and talk about what's going on in my life and the newest releases. And so it's just a really great place all around to make friends and build your collection.
So I started out taking live music photos because I was going to shows, and my partner had access to, musicians, and she said, hey, you're a photographer, we'll give you a pass. You can bring your camera and, just stand over here, stay out of the way of the gear. I never really had an opportunity to shoot the photos of the venues until I started shooting friends of friends. And then at some point I got asked, did I want to shoot around locally and provide them to the archives for the venues. So that's why I got into shooting them a lot more seriously. When SolSta opened its first location, it was right in my current neighborhood. Walked by, went, hey, there's a record store in my neighborhood, this is great. And I noticed on their website that they had we're gonna do artists every month, every quarter, whatever it was at that point. So I said, hey, I take music photos, it's a record store. He said, well, all the art isn't gonna be, music related, but that'd be cool. SolSta's really helped as a way to have prints up, and also just to get the pictures out in the community. Because it's nice to have things online, but it's not the same as having a big print.
Here is our stuff that's either been recently repressed or new records that have recently come out, new releases. And you get a lot of people that say, oh, I want the originals. And sometimes that is what you want, but other times they've done a really good job in the last few years of making sure that what they're making is actually listenable. Probably because we're in Minnesota, this is the biggest section of the store. We do get a lot of jazz, but we also see a ridiculous amount of classic rock come through. So you'll find all of that stuff in here, everything from the Eagles to Billy Joel, Elton John, Yes, Frank Zappa, a lot of really great stuff. Led Zeppelin, Black Sabbath, it's all kind of located in this section. So Live from the Record Room is a series that we do here. We usually feature local musicians. We record with a multi-track board, and then we also create a 4-camera setup that allows us to get a great recording so we can share it on YouTube and share it with the rest of the world so they can see what the Twin Cities music scene is actually all about. I definitely think vinyl is here to stay. You know, from newer artists like Taylor Swift to everything from, you know, even stuff I listened to in the 90s that was never on vinyl, like Pearl Jam and Nirvana. This was stuff that you couldn't buy. You only bought it on CD or cassette. And now they're doing a great job of remastering them and printing them on vinyl for future generations. For the last 20 years, we've had iPods, we've had smartphones, and you can always have every single type of music you've ever wanted at your fingertips. But what's great about vinyl is you have to experience it. It's not just something that you push a button and you're like, okay, cool, next song, next song. You take it and you put it on and you listen to it, and it's a part of you.